Today on CCX News, the new approach to mental health response. How Brooklyn Park police say a change in response to certain calls has made a difference. About 1 in 5 Americans have a mental illness. Sometimes the symptoms can lead to a 911 call for help. A special Brooklyn Park police unit has been responding to those calls for more than a year. Reporter Kevin Miller explains how it's working.
Here in the front we have,
for Brooklyn Park's alternative response team,
notebooks and things that we need. We have tissue, very important supply for a social worker.
This van can function as a mobile field office.
We have naloxone kits, so if people are overdosing on medications, on opioids, we can give them naloxone.
From the outside, the van appears more soccer mom than emergency response.
A step stool to help people get in.
And that's on purpose.
We'll go as a team, get in the van, and go try and make somebody's bad day better. We don't want to look like somebody else. We don't want to look like the police department. We don't want to look like the ambulance, because we're not.
This non-traditional vehicle is part of a larger non-traditional approach to answering 911 calls.
My priority is to respond to calls related to mental health, to substance abuse, homelessness, other social service needs.
The team has an office in the police station but handles 911 calls differently than the rest of the police. They send a social worker and a community paramedic to calls.
Our goal is, as much as we can, go out and resolve somebody's problem so that they don't have to keep calling 911.
Hennepin County social worker Nils Dybvig says his work is steady.
I heard that we took 800 calls in our first year. Over 800 calls, so yeah, we've been pretty busy.
So busy, in fact.
5104, okay, he's an adult, but it sounds like he may have some mental health issues, and he said his parents are threatening him.
That a call came in as we were interviewing Brooklyn Park Police Inspector Elliot Faust.
ART call. 5104 en route.
He says the alternative response team helps free police officers to focus on crime.
They can move on to other things that are more in the wheelhouse for the officer's skill set.
Police are leaning more on this team for help.
It did not take long for the officers to realize the benefit of having these folks to assist them or to take over the call in certain circumstances. They're just better equipped to deal with these type of things.
The van unlocked.
Police say this boils down to better outcomes and a drop in mental health calls.
It makes total sense why there would be a decrease. It's because things are getting resolved where they weren't ever getting resolved before. So that's a huge win. I mean, that's a huge success, and we're seeing it early on.
In Brooklyn Park, Kevin Miller, CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.